IVC filters used to prevent strokes are defective and dangerous. The FDA knows it and does nothing about it. See the story at drugsafetynews.com.
Speaking of the Senate, this week, President Obama nominated an old white guy, essentially, not even essentially, an old white guy, for the to be Merrick Garland to be the Supreme Court nominee to replace Ann Scalia. This is, can you explain this to me? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. Because, go ahead.
I think you're right, though. I think you said it when you said it was about strategy. I think he sees the protests coming from a mile away. The Republicans have said as much. They're going to essentially try to undermine his constitutional right to make another nominee. And it just looks more like, more fighting in the schoolyard. Is Obama making this as a choice from his heart? Does he think that Garland is the best nominee potentially for this? Is he going to make the best Supreme Court justice? Or is it just a matter of, I'm going to show you guys that I can pick a candidate that's going to make it difficult for you to behave like children?
I actually think that strategically, this doesn't make any sense to me, because if you really wanted to make the Republicans pay a price for this, you would pick a candidate, a nominee, and there's plenty of them out there that are certainly worthy, that would motivate base voters of Democratic voters to get out. In other words, you nominate a woman, you nominate an African American or a Latino, and now it's quite possible that there were none who wanted to basically be roadkill, because this guy, Merrick Garland, he's in his 60s. He would be the oldest Supreme Court appointment since, I think, for about 40 years, 50 years. And so, if he doesn't get appointed, he's still on the D.C. circuit as a judge. He probably wasn't anticipating ever being nominated at this point in his career, and he goes on. But I think this is Barack Obama basically saying, I just want a more or less neutral judge. And the only other thing I've heard is that Orrin Hatch, who had said earlier in the week, if they picked, Merrick Garland, that would be someone we would consider. Of course, they're not going to consider him, but there is rumor that maybe this is a judge who could get seated in the lame duck session. I also find that hard to believe, because I think Republicans would pay a price. So I think there's a huge missed opportunity here. This is more of like first term Obama, if you want my opinion. And gosh, I don't miss that guy.